Hey, where are we? Hi, I'm here. Welcome everybody to our Friday Live with Beethoven. I'm going to bring in some very special guests, but really quick before I do, I want to give another thank you to all of our free funder supporters, people who have donated money this past week. And please forgive me for butchering probably all of your names. Ellen Kuhn, Lauren Jenneret, Elizabeth, I've never known how to say your last name. I just realized you've never told me how to say it. I want to say Mihelik. I'm so bad. Sorry. Elizabeth is also one of the people who are working on our novelization of Beethoven that we hope to have coming out in November as well. My very own stepdad, Dave Melchert, thank you. Beta Shafapur, thank you so much for your donation and for sharing our campaign with your friends and family. And then we have our anonymous donor. We won't say who his name is to keep his wishes under wraps, but he's one of my favorite people on the planet. And so hopefully PG knows who I'm talking about. He's a sweetie pie. So thank you to all of you guys. Now, on with the show. I have, first off, I have our executive producer, Summer Walters, joining us, along with two of our choir members, both Kalina, I also didn't ask you how to say your last name, so you're going to have to say it right when we get up there. Kalina and Bobby G are going to join us right here we go. And now, hello. Hi. I am hoping that I'm getting okay internet. My internet says it's unstable, and it goes from 1 to all bars. So if I freeze, you guys just keep the show going.
It's a deal.
I'll be frozen like this, and you just keep talking.
We'll do our best.
Kalina, how do you say your last name?
Venugopal.
Venugopal.
Yeah.
That is a mouthful of a name.
I could have told you that, Jen. I could have told you that.
Of course you did. Summer's always texting me when I'm going live and I'm trying to say words I can't say. She'll text me how to say it.
Teamwork.
Phonetics. That's all how I learned how to read. So,
Bobby G and Kalina were one, and it is Kalina. Is that, or do you do it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We're two of our choir members who, when they joined us, we actually, do you guys hear the echo that I'm hearing?
no.
You don't hear an echo? Okay.
It's a ghost in your room. It's okay.
I love going live. It's great. It's never hard ever.
Ever.
They were two of our choir members, and they basically volunteered their time for rehearsals and came on set and had to sing live and have these really great voices. I will show you guys a clip in a little bit, but first, Bobby G and Kalina, do you remember what it was like what even drew you to decide to do the project? Just like, hey, I get to sing live on camera, I'm in. Do you remember? It's been 4 years, so you may remember.
I was just gonna say, I was like, when was this? Like 2018? I don't even remember. But I live in New York now, and I lived in New York at the time too. I just moved.
You did?
Yeah. So I just moved after graduating from college, and I remember I just really don't even remember how this project came about, but I remember then looking into you, Jen, and I was like, seems awesome. I want to work with this director, and I grew up doing musical theater, so yeah.
We'll really appreciate you. You'll notice when you guys watch the movie that Kalina definitely shines. Like, she stands out from the crowd. She's got like a great bright essence. And then Bobby G, we may take a couple solo lines as well in there. Bobby, you I don't know if you were a pastor. There was something to do with church, and there's a connection. I can't remember.
Yeah, definitely. So, and I'll come to that as I answer your initial question. So, on Facebook, somebody forwarded me a post, and I think Jen, it's a gentleman that it's not someone that I've met in the course of the project, but somebody and maybe he lives up in the high desert, and so someone that I know said, "Hey, I know this guy. He's pretty good. They're looking for gospel singers. Why don't you check it out?" So I did. And so I sent in a couple videos, and one of those videos definitely was some of the spiritual stuff that I do, some of the Christian music that I do. And so, yeah, I'm a worship leader for a couple of churches here in Southern California, and been doing that a long time. Worship leading, gosh, probably ever since I first learned to play the guitar. So, that's the connection. So that's how.
I think that's in your essence. There was something about your feeling, your presence that was like, it did feel like a leader of some kind, like you knew what we were there to do. You knew what we needed to do. And I obviously didn't. I was like, I can't sing. I don't know how to tell you guys to sing. Luckily, our lovely musical director, David Anthony, was able to come in and help guide that. But
He did a
and
wonderful job.
I think that Summer, have you seen any of the choir clips yet? I can't remember if you have.
Nope.
Summer really, she was drawn to this movie because her parents were classical music, opera singers. I mean, so like, I think that like, when you get to see this clip in a minute, hopefully it makes you like, makes you
Yeah,
happy.
I'm trying to gird my loins so that I don't sit here and cry and look like a crybaby on screen. But yeah, Jen brought this to me after my parents died. I just backed away from the business. And then I told her I need a project to do to honor my parents. So she brought me this. I read it. I loved it. And here we are.
Here we are.
Amazing.
So if you are here watching, which we see there's some eyeballs on us, let us know where you're from, who you are. Are you part of our cast and crew? Say hello. We like to know who's here with us.
Hi.
Also, feel free to ask questions of your own. I would love to know from both Bobby and Kalina, what are some, like what even drew you into music and like, how did that become part of your world? Kalina, you go first.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So I said earlier, I grew up doing musical theater, and I started when I was, I think, like 8. And I did Annie was the first show I did, which I feel like it's everyone's first show.
I think it's every kid's first show.
And then from there, just did it all the way. And then in college, I was a theater major, and I really wanted to be an opera singer actually when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah, and my mom really wanted me to do it too. We were like really excited about it, but I just never
Oh my goodness.
fully trained classically. It was more so I am like a soprano, and it was more just musical theater. But I love opera. I think it's so beautiful, and yeah. So that's kind of my journey with music. I don't play any instrument. I wish.
When you come to LA, if it's opera season, let me know ahead of time, and we will go to the opera.
Yes, sounds great. Would love to.
Oh yeah, Summer loves going to the opera.
I get a subscription
she's not
every
joking
year.
about that.
Every year. And when I used to travel, anyone that I was traveling with knew if it was opera season, Summer's taking everybody to an opera, which I did.
Amazing. Yes. Well, definitely. We'll keep in touch.
Bobby, where did your musical journey start?
So after coming to this country, one of the things that I have as a family memory is that we would sing around. We'd sing music, especially spiritual music, in the evening, and my dad would play guitar. And so somewhere along, late elementary school, I picked up the guitar, taught myself to play, and continued on with that. Just out of high school, I toured with a Christian group called the Heritage Singers, played bass for them. And then after returning to college, I just played around town. And then probably late 80s, early 90s, I started touring my Caribbean music show. I do a show for kids called Calypso for Kids. So think Harry Belafonte for kids kind of a thing. And so I started doing that, and I've toured that off and on since about 89. And then after, settling down and, having kids and all that kind of stuff, I didn't go out on the road very much. So I've been around town and just helping out with a few churches here and there. And that's, so I was kind of the odd duck in the group, it felt like, because everybody else was talking musical theater. I think on our breaks, they were down in the dressing room, and I could hear them talking about, did you see so-and-so, and did you see such and such, and can you come see me in this? And I'm like, I don't do musical theater. But it was fun. It was a great group to be around and give me an opportunity to be exposed to some very talented people.
Love it. I love it. Like both of you guys have just been doing this your whole lives. Like it's nothing. Like I wish that somebody would have helped me learn some kind of musical instrument when I was a kid, but
it's not too late.
Never too late.
Trust
Never
me.
Too late.
It's too late for this one.
Never.
That's up here.
There's no extra room in the
Bobby.
world for that right now. I think the passion for it would have been when I was younger as a kid, and then I would have just retained it as a fun thing now and something that would help me use directing. But yeah, those desires are long gone. Hello, Sandy. Thank you for joining us. Please, by all means, everybody who's watching, throw in questions that you have them. Where are we at? We are about halfway through. Okay, so what I want to know now is what the heck you guys are doing right now. Like, I mean, we've been through a whole pandemic. So like, are you back in working yet? Are you still trying to find new gigs? You're still waiting for things to clear up? What's it like? Kalina.
Yeah, so I actually last year filmed a short film that was just this past weekend in the Bushwick Film Festival,
That's awesome.
which was a lot of fun. Yeah, written and directed by Emily Cohn. She's my age and she's super cool.
Awesome.
But yeah, so it's really just been auditioning and the grind of it all. Yeah.
It's good to know that like things are like, I feel like hearing you went to a film festival and that you're
Yeah.
auditioning is like things are finally moving again in town, which is great.
Yeah, they're coming back slowly. I mean, actually all of my auditions have still been virtual, which
Yeah.
I don't always mind, especially when it's like the 2-line co-stars. I don't need to go to an office to do that. I'll do it on a tape all day.
You know, it's funny you say that because we had lunch with a casting director recently, and I feel like they, as much as they miss audience or like in office interaction, they're actually able to take on more projects and see more people now so I think that self tapes might become the new first step, regardless of where we are. So
I
think
agree.
It's great idea.
Change. Bobby, what are you working on? What are you up to?
Well, I still substitute teach. I keep busy with that. And musically, last year at the beginning of the pandemic, an organization that I'm with, they provided online enrichment for families for free for a while. So I've been doing some bookings through them.
You do so much good stuff in the world. Make me feel like a loser.
Oh no, you're not a loser at all, Jen.
Jen, you wouldn't have time to do anything else. Come on now.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, she doesn't have time
Bobby's
to be a
doing
loser.
so much
Oh my
good. You know what, Bobby?
God.
Thank you for doing good because you're doing good for all of us.
Yeah. So I've done some events with them over the last year, and so they provide arts enrichment, musical, or actually educational enrichment, not just musical, but they've been providing for pre-pandemic. They were a virtual support. They would provide opportunities for schools that didn't have access to, Orange County Children's Museum or, a traveling Jamaican performer or whatever, and everything in between. And so I've done that. Churches were virtual for a little bit, but I've been in person probably a year ago, June. So I've been in person doing those. I've been doing that and then been in person in the classroom probably since a year. It's been a year probably since I've been back in the classroom.
Wow.
Man.
So, yeah, that's what's going on.
I'm glad you have taken time to join us. You're busy.
Wouldn't have missed it.
So, okay, if you guys are you guys watchers? Do you follow musicals? Like, is that something you watch? Or are you just like, nah?
Yeah,
like a little bit, not really.
Not necessarily. I have a friend who's got something going on Broadway or off Broadway, and so I kind of keep a little bit of tabs on what she's doing. But other than that, I'm not as familiar with musicals.
Yeah, and I don't really audition in musical theater anymore. My sister does, so I kind of get the scope from her, but I haven't really done it since college.
Wow. It's crazy because like you guys have these voices that are made for that. It's especially Kalina. I can't believe you're not auditioning for musicals like all the time. That's insane. Okay, so what I wanted to ask, because I was going to ask, like, do you have a favorite musical that you watch? But if you're not much into musicals, what kind of films do you guys watch? Is there a favorite film you saw this past year?
I'm just trying to remember. I feel like I watched everything because that's what we all did.
Right.
I would say a musical though that I saw kind of before the pandemic was Hadestown, and it was just beautiful.
Really? Like you saw
Broadway.
it was like live?
Yeah, on Broadway. It's a really cool Greek mythology story, but just beautiful music, and it's basically sung through the entire time, which that's my kind of show.
So,
Yeah.
Sandy, are we still frozen? Sandy says everyone is frozen, but I can hear the conversation. Yeah, at the beginning of this, I was like, well, my internet is not working. I was really hoping it wouldn't affect everybody and just would affect me, but are we still frozen? That's such a bummer. I think I'm gonna have to end up paying for a separate internet connection just for our live shows. It's dumb.
Or a static IP or something. You can do that for your own.
Ugh.
Yeah.
She says we're still frozen. Well, I guess then we could just take
I
naps.
hope we look good wherever we
You can
froze.
you can upload if you're recording to hard drive. You can upload it later.
I hope that I hope we're all frozen with really stupid faces.
No, I hope we're just like, oh, I'm cute.
Summer, do you have a favorite musical?
Oh my gosh. It's according to what my feeling is. Well, when I'm missing my dad, it's not a musical, and you're gonna laugh. But when I'm missing my dad, oh my God. When I'm missing my dad, it's Chitty Chitty Bang Bang with Dick Van Dyke. I'm sorry. I watched that thing when I'm missing my dad because we watched it with my dad all the time. And of course, A Sound of Music because there's 7 of us. It's half and half like the Brady Bunch because my mom's first husband died, and then the 3 of my older sisters were with my mom when my dad married her. So then there were 4 more of us. So I love that. But I don't really have a favorite. I just, if it's music, you know I'm in. And since I could never sing like them, I'm an awesome whistler.
That's a skill. I
want to hear. I've never heard you whistle. Is that really a
How
thing?
is that possible?
Is that really a thing you do? I want to hear.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That is really good.
Beautiful.
Good.
I'm like,
Yeah, it's hard to whistle.
Yeah,
And I've had people come up to me and say, oh my God, I know what you're whistling and you are on key. I can't sing that well.
I love it.
yeah,
hello, Yvonne. Thanks for joining us. Yvonne says, hello, Bobby G.
Hey, cuz. Yeah.
And
Great.
Sandy says, great whistling. Well, they can't see us, but they sure can hear us.
Sandy, are we still frozen?
Well, before we wrap, I want to show a clip. I don't know if it's going to work since we might be frozen, but they can hear it. Yeah.
We can see it and we'll tell you it was great.
Yeah,
They don't get to see me cry. Cool. Yeah. Oh, silver lining.
This is just a short clip of and one of our pieces from the choir when we first meet the choir in the film.
If you live in heaven, in a place of fear and pain, be forgiven, be forgiven. Wash away that sin stain. Among the righteous, you can come and take place when you call out for His grace. Call out for His grace. Call out for His grace.
I love
That,
her face when she sees them.
that gave me chills. You like what?
Did you see Kalina's face when she sees them all clapping for them at the end? It was cute.
Yeah, it was.
That gave me chills.
Thank you, Sandy. She says beautiful singing. I don't know why it's frozen. That's really frustrating. I will upload the video later for people to watch.
I did watch the movie last night. Perhaps that's what's happening. What?
You watched the Beethoven movie?
No, Frozen. I was missing my grandkids.
Channeling that frozen energy. Yeah.
We are
Sorry, dad jokes here are everywhere.
We're about to wrap up, but I would just love, I don't know, one final thought from everybody. So what's the big dream? Like Kalina, you're living your dream. You're doing exactly what you want. What is it?
I think I'm obsessed with Mindy Kaling in comedy. So if I could work with her, that would be the dream.
I think that's more than doable. That's like an easy dream. Like, done. Bobby G, what's your big dream?
Big dream, continuing to, spread the Caribbean culture and positive energy through my Calypso for Good show and coaching folks in the after 50 part of life and wellness. That's another part of my doing good, as you say, Jen. So, yeah. That'll be the big dream.
I feel like you're living the dream basically already.
Yeah, getting there. The coaching is starting soon, so but absolutely the music thing is getting there. Just take it up a notch or two.
Summer, what's your big dream?
I am living the dream. I'm doing all the things this is my second life after retirement. So I'm doing everything that I've wanted to do. And the best thing is finding Jen Page. I'm serious. I am not blowing smoke in a bad place. I am being completely honest. So if I can continue to work with you, girl, golden.
I'm always waiting for the day where she's like, okay, I've had enough. Bye.
No, you keep the honesty that I strive for, and I don't let anybody say, well, we'll get around that, and you understand that and go through it for me. So that's I just want to keep everyone happy and get the projects out there that are good, not somebody being smacked around, but good, wholesome, happy
Yes.
stuff that people can relate to in a positive way.
That's where we're on the same page.
That's why you're here.
Hopefully you still feel that way after you watch this movie. You guys are awesome. On our way out here, I'm going to just say, go to fundingbeethoven.com if you can help us and support us any way to get us to the finish line. That's fundingbeethoven.com. And you can also sign up for our mailing list at watchplayingwithbeethoven.com if you want to be part of this journey and knowing exactly when we're in theaters and exactly when you can rent us and all that good stuff. And I guess we'll
Thank
see
you, one and all.
next Friday. Thank you guys for joining us.